Barbara. It is Friday, July 23rd. I get to hug my granddaughters today. Yay! Good morning. It's Barbara. It's Friday morning. Thank you for joining me and my cicadas for coffee. And my dogs are out here too. You might see them running around later. Let's see. I hope you are all well. Oofda. Well, it's another beautiful day out here. It was interesting because when I was out here yesterday morning, I was here earlier and there were no cicadas. Did you notice that? They were out here later when I was knitting and they're out here now. But they're not early risers. Who would have known? They're sleeping too. Anyway, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It doesn't look like we have much smoke. I hope that means that there are fewer fires. Ugh. Carol, be careful up there. All of you guys in the Pacific Northwest. Well, in the West, period. I think Colorado has some and California has some. Siberia's on fire. They have horrible fires in Siberia. I don't think that's typical. I'm quite sure it's not. So, I don't know, kids. I don't know. Anyway, the girls are just hanging out. Maisie has her bone from last night, her bone of contention. She was being all antsy last night, and she gets like a little kid, you know. She, mommy, I don't know what to do. She wants a cuddle, she wants this, she wants that, you know. We play with her. So finally we gave her a rawhide bone. We gave each of them a rawhide bone. And watched the scene play out, which is how it always plays out. So Pearl starts chewing on her bone, and Maisie takes her bone outside and hides it. So Pearl is contentedly chewing on her rawhide bone, you know, but she's not the one who was antsy, and she's not, you know, she likes them okay, but, you know, so she's chewing on it for a while. Maisie comes back in, no bone, lays down and just bulges Pearl while Pearl is chewing on her bone. After about a half an hour, you know, you look up and you notice that Maisie's the one chewing on the bone and Pearl has no bone because Maisie's original bone is hiding outside in the backyard somewhere. So Maisie just sits there and is perfectly content for the rest of the night because she chews up Pearl's bone. Pearl got a half an hour of chewing time and that was it. Pearl could get it back if she wanted it, so I don't feel sorry for her. And so she chews up the bone, you know, an hour, 2 hours. It was a, you know, big rawhide bone, about that big. And then she goes outside and she comes back in and she has her rawhide bone and a mouthful of leaves coming in the house. She had buried her bone and she went out and got it. Now, the thing is, she just ate a whole rawhide bone and she's not hungry. So she didn't bring it in to chew on it. She brought it in to show us all, and especially her sister. And then she runs around outside again, and we take some of the leaves out of her mouth, and she comes back in and runs about. Finally, you know, you can tell she's walking around the house with the bone squeaking. She's like going behind the papers next to the fireplace, or she's looking in the toy box, and she's going somewhere, and she's squeaking the whole time. She's got her bone in her mouth, and she's squeaking. She's looking for a place in the house to hide it. She doesn't want to chew on it, but she doesn't want Pearl to get it either. She's a little brat. So that's how, you know, that's how I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. And anyway, she took it up to bed with her, which is not usually allowed because we don't allow any loud, you know, chewing, squeaking, no toys like that. But she didn't chew on it because I guess she's full from Pearls. But she wanted to make sure she had it because she couldn't find a good place to hide it in the house. Right? It's your sister trying to keep you from having any chewy. So anyway, she just came out and buried it again. So I imagine we'll get the bone in our face later this afternoon. So that's the story of the Chewies. Now, we got those rawhide bones in the mail yesterday from the company Chewies, which is a, you know, online pet store. One of the first online stores was pets.com. I don't think they're still around. I think they went under in the .com crash, I'm pretty sure. But pets.com was one of the first ones. But anyway, Chewies is making a go of it, and I had never bought anything from Chewies before, but 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, Jason and Allison had to put down their chocolate lab, Bub, who they loved dearly. And, you know, if you've ever had to do that, it's devastating. So, you know, so she posted on Facebook and stuff, and we were remembering what a good boy Bub was. He was a good boy. And 2 days later, she posted a picture of some flowers and said that the day they, I'm going to be crying here, I'm sorry. The day they had to put Bub down, when she got back from the vet, she got a notice from Chewies that they were shipping Bub's medication. She had it on auto deliver. So she called Chewies and said, I don't need it. And they were very sympathetic. She got a very sweet young man on the phone, and he took care of it and canceled her order and canceled her auto ship. And 2 days later, she gets this bouquet of flowers from Chewies. This young man at Chewies and from the company Chewies sent her condolence flowers for her Bub. Can you see that, Chewie? I don't know if you can see or not. I thought that was the sweetest thing, and I had never bought anything from Chewies, you know, because we feed our dogs raw, so we don't buy dog food, and they're not on any medication at the moment, although they should be getting Desiquin, and they're not. But they eat rawhide Chewies, and we need dog toys occasionally because our toddler here needs stimulation. So I put in an order at Chewies for the first time, just because, you know, who doesn't want to support that kind of, you know, service? So anyway, so that came yesterday, and that was the beginning of the story. Oh, you can't see the Chewie now, but she has it. She went and dug it up. I knew she would. She's a little brat. Are you a brat? Of course, as I said, when Maisie has something Pearl wants, Pearl gets it. When we have company, we often we have empty peanut butter jars, and we put a little peanut butter in the bottom of the jars and give the jars to the girls, and that keeps them occupied after they've had their initial, you know, freak out that, oh, we have company. And that works great. And so, but Pearl is much more motivated by the peanut butter than Maze is. So Pearl gets almost all the peanut butter in both jars. So I don't feel sorry for her. You know, they each have their thing. And she loves peanut butter way more than she likes these Chewies, apparently. So, all's fair in sister war, I guess. Oh, really lovely out here. Not very breezy, but it's nice, and it's not super humid, so that's nice. So, today is Friday. We get to hug my granddaughters tonight, so we're driving the cars to the airport tonight. So the kids are only here for a week, and, you know, they went to Florida and left everybody up here, so there are a lot of people for them to see. And since we offered them the use of our second car, they originally, I'm not sure what the thinking was, but I had assumed that they would be here first and then go to Jersey with the car. But because of timing and everything, and I'm not sure how it all worked out, I think they messed up when they picked the dates. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but they're here from the 23rd to the 31st. The 31st is my ex's 70th birthday. They're here to celebrate his birthday, but they're leaving on his birthday. So anyway, apparently the party is this weekend coming up. So they were gonna just come real quick here, stay overnight, and go to Jersey in the morning. And I said, you know, that's crazy, because I wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't have any time with them. Lots of driving for these little girls, you know. It's just like, we'll bring you a car at the airport. That gives you, you know, then you're an hour closer to where you're supposed to be. And it just felt crazy for them to come here. So anyway, so Dennis and I are driving to the airport tonight, and I'll get quick hugs with my granddaughters and my son and my daughter-in-law, and then send them on their way to their other grandparents. And then Allison's parents are here. You know, we're all here. I don't know what the heck they're doing in Florida, but we're all here. So they're going to be with Jason's dad and stepmother over the weekend. And then Allison and I are going to Christy's bachelorette party that her sister's throwing down the shore in New Jersey on Monday. And then I guess Jason and Allison and the girls are going to see Allison's family for a couple of days while Christy and I go to State College. And then everybody comes back to our house for the end of the week, and then we take them back to the airport. So it'll all work out. But what it means is I get hugs today and 5 minutes, and get to see my granddaughters tonight. So that'll be fun. And my son and daughter-in-law. Who am I kidding, right? Gotcha. But anyway, so we cleaned the car yesterday, so they'll have a nice clean car to take with them on their journeys this week. I just got a text from Allison if we still had a car seat, which we don't, so they're going to have to bring one for Sammy. And the adventure will begin. So their adventure will begin, and they'll be heading straight down the shore. Steve and Janice moved, and they're very close to the shore. I think they're right on the bay, somewhere down the Jersey shore. So they will have a fun time, and they will have beautiful weather. So that's nice. I don't think there's a lot of rain in the forecast, so that's good. And their adventure will begin, and I will start straightening up the house. I have to get the house straightened up this weekend, because once I go to Jersey for Christy's party day, I'll have company or be away with Christy. So I need to get the house straightened up. And as I have said a million times, I have to clean up my art supplies off the table, which I keep saying I have to do and I haven't done yet. But but I have to do that. So I think tomorrow is going to be a cleaning day, because Aura called last night and said, hey, how about a music night tomorrow night or Saturday night? And we said yes. So Aura and Kim have found some new singers that they're enjoying, and they want us to watch too. Dennis will make Portuguese pork, so that should be pretty easy, one dish meal. And I will clear the table, because it has to be completely cleared. Because next Friday, we're planning a big dinner party with Aura's coming and Ella's coming, and we'll have all the kids here. And we're going to need more than that table. So that table will be cleared, every inch of it. Every chair will be done, and I am going to deal with some things that have been sitting around for a while. So I think the start might be just as typical for me, which will be start in my room, clear off my desk area. I need to just clear off my desk area, put everything away and get it cleared, because I think my painting supplies are going to be going on my desk upstairs. I think that's what's going to be happening, because they can't live down here. And it's time. And I don't knit upstairs. The only thing I need room for is my Swift, which is very easy to take down. I have an Amish Swift, so it's very easy to take apart and put back up, so it doesn't have to be up. My ball winder, I have one of those really big, heavy-duty, great, amazing ball winders. That will stay where it is. It won't impede anything. And so I'm going to start in there, so that'll take an hour to, because it's really not bad. And then I'm going to move stuff up. It's very possible that Isabel will be sleeping in my craft room on a blow-up bed. Very, very possible. So, we'll have to see. If Isabel's not sleeping on that, then Christy is, because we're going to need to use every room when they're here. So, there you go. So in the next 3 days, I will be making progress in this house, which will feel good. And so that by the time I go to Christy's party on Monday, the house will be pretty much straight. Because people are coming. I hope we have good weather when they're here so we can be outside. But we shall see. So meanwhile, I got one more section of Christy's shawl done yesterday before we started our cleaning and everything of the car, because I got up early yesterday. And today I'm gonna start the next section. It's the one with beads. So my first beaded section is today. I'm going to start it. I'm hoping I can do a whole section, but we shall see. And because of course the rows are getting longer now. But I'm making great progress, and I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be able to finish this in plenty of time. And looking forward to that. I'm enjoying knitting it, so that's fun. I ordered 2 possible Mother of the Bride dresses from ThreadUp. They came yesterday. Neither of them fit me, so they're going back. And I guess I'm going to have to go shopping, because I don't really have anything appropriate. Although there's a part of me that's tempted. I have a beautiful, I have a dress that I really like that is Empire style. It's got short sleeves and it's gathered right under the bust, and it's very flowy. It's a little bit of like a gauzy fabric, you know. It's a bit timeless, really. It buttons down the front. It's kind of a rusty color with flowers on it. It's really pretty, and I love it a lot, and I still have it. And I wore that dress to Christy's high school graduation. I did not wear it to her graduation from Iowa, and I don't remember what I wore when she graduated at Millersville. But but I did wear it when she graduated from high school. I remember that. So I'm got that a little bit in the back of my mind, but it's too big for me now, a little bit, but it's kind of a biggish, you know, whatever. I don't know. I might be going shopping. I do have to go to Goodwill. I don't know if you recall back months ago when Jason and Allison were coming to visit in March, and I did my big cleanup of my 2 rooms, which are both still clean, so they won't take very long to get them set up. I didn't re-junk them, but one thing that I did do was I emptied out the closet in one of the rooms, and it was piled high with all these bags and and you know, some suitcases, some bags, some, you know, briefcases that you get from conferences, that kind of stuff. So I put a giant pile of those in the hallway upstairs and said to Chris, Jason, and Elle, said, if you can use any of these, you know, take them, because otherwise they're going to Goodwill. That pile has been at the top of our stairs. April, May, June, July, 4 months. But it'll be too embarrassing for them to come back and have that pile still there. So I am going to be going to the Goodwill and take them a bunch of bags, and then and then I'm going to go in, see what they have. See if they have anything for Mother of the Bride, and if I don't find anything I love, then I'm going to go to a regular store. I'm going to go to a regular store. And I have to say, I'm kind of looking forward to that. When I was at the King of Prussia Mall to have my measurements taken, I was waiting for Janine to get done with hers, and I went into Nordstrom's and walked around, and I was going to try on some clothes, because I haven't bought clothes in a store in 2 years. More than 2 years. So, you know, and I have a different body than the last time I was there, and I thought that would be kind of fun to do. But I didn't see anything that I loved, and which was good, because I didn't see anything I could afford either. And I didn't try anything on. So I'm, you know, thinking about trying on some clothes and seeing what I come up with and seeing what I think. But I have time. The wedding's not till the beginning of September. But I was a little disappointed in my dresses from ThredUp. It's hard to know. The measurements, they don't give good measurements. And I'm kind of at the high end of my weight. I'm at the high end of my... I weigh just about what I weighed in January of 2020, right before COVID lockdown. So I feel like I've done well to, you know, sort of stay in that range, but I'm at the high end of the range now, and you know, but I'm not going to buy a dress assuming that I'm going to be different than I am now. I'm just going to own it. It's so nice out here, and I've been talking too long. I'm sorry. Anyway. So today, whatever, you heard me, maybe start beads. I think I'm going to start beads today. We'll see how it goes. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please be careful. Stay safe and stay sane.